peeps, I'm going to be talking about xenobiotics, and that means any foreign substance that you ingest, inhale, or put on your skin, because these are the three ways that we get stuff inside our body, right? We either put it on your skin, we either eat or drink it, or we inhale it. And it's any substance that your body does not recognize, and it needs to process that, metabolize that, and excrete it. And the three ways we excrete is either through sweat, through urine, or through feces, right? Why should you care about xenobiotics? Well, even a drug that we take for a headache that is a xenobiotic. But if everything is working fine, that would have been fine, right? You take your drug, the body uses it, metabolizes it, and excretes it, and that would be fine. The thing is that the toxic burden nowadays is just so high. So it's estimated that a human in its lifetime is exposed to 1,000 to 3,000 different toxins in their lifetime. A little baby, like a newborn baby, if you test its umbilical cord, they found 287 toxins, and this little person hadn't even had contact with the external world yet. So it's very pervasive. It's said that since the Industrial Revolution, we were introduced, the environment was introduced with 80,000 different toxins. So it exceeds our capacity of detoxification, most likely. And this is very different from person to person because there's an enormous genetic component into detoxification. So detoxification in the body happens in the liver, and it happens in two phases, right? And there are genes that encode for enzymes that participate in phase 1 and phase 2. And some people have a fast phase 1 and a low phase 2, or a slow phase 1 and a fast phase 2, or both they're slow or they're both fast. And you know this, for example, you know that person that smoked their whole life and never had anything? Or that drank their whole life and never had cirrhosis or any liver issues? Or the person that always ate horribly and died of old age fine? Well, those people probably had a very good genetic detoxification pattern. Some people, however, do not, and they really struggle with fatigue, and they're swollen all the time, and they're so tired, and they have headache, and they're very reactive to like smells, and everything gives them rashes, and everything just makes them sneeze and be uncomfortable. People that are very reactive like that are likely very toxic. So it's like a bucket. So it's full of water. Every little drop just spills, right? So that's why you should care, because our exposure is likely exceeding the capacity of what our liver can do to detoxify, and we are not giving our bodies the enough substrate, so enough nutrients for it to work and detoxify properly. So obviously you can't change your genetics, but what can you change? So I'm presenting you the problem, but the good news is that there is a lot you can do. So one, you can reduce your exposure. So how do you do that? Well, you try not to have as much medicine. You try not to drink your water out of plastic bottles. You use stainless steel and glass instead. You have a good filter at home to filter out all the gunk. You have a good air purifier at home to filter out the fumes from paints, from carpet, from mattresses. When you do buy a new house or you refurnish, you try to look for low VOC carpets and mattresses and paints and all furnishings. These are widely available nowadays, so they don't emit all those fumes. Your cleaning products at home, you want to do them as natural as possible. You can do them yourselves with vinegar and baking soda, essential oils, or you can buy products. Here in the U.S., they are cheap and it's non-toxic, very, very easy to find. Your cosmetics, you want to try, paraben-free brands, phytate-free brands, and try to be as natural as possible to what you put in your skin. If you can't eat it, it's probably best that you don't put it on your skin or in your hair or in your eyes. And then you want to have a very high quality diet because you want to give all those phytonutrients for your liver to be able to detoxify. So like 2 cups of cruciferous vegetables per day really help with detoxification. Which are those? Cabbages, the ones that smell like fart. Cabbages, Brussels sprouts, broccoli, cauliflower. You also want to have 2 cups of green tea per day. That helps with detoxification. Keep yourself hydrated a lot. Use a lot of herbs and spices, either in teas or in your food or both. That would even be better. And also lose weight. So when your body can't really deal with something, it stores it in fat, right? Because then it stays there. When you do lose weight, you're getting rid of those toxins. And some people, when they lose a lot of weight at once, they actually feel pretty crummy. And that's one of the reasons, because all those toxins are going back to your bloodstream. And then you have to be sure that you're eliminating. So you want to work on your constipation. When you are constipated and your poop is sitting there, there is something called the enterohepatic circulation. So it comes from your liver, from your intestines straight to your liver. And if poop is sitting there, that circulation takes the toxins back to your liver. And it gets even more overwhelmed. So you really want to treat constipation. If you have constipation, go get help, because it is one big source of you getting recontaminated all the time. You want to urinate a lot, so drinking a lot of water and tea, that's very important. You want to exercise, because sweating, exercise, and sauna and hot baths, sweating is one very good way to detoxify as well. And in your bath, you want to put Epsom salts or just regular coarse salt. It really helps with that too. What else? A diet in high quality protein. Be careful, because if you think that you're eating that animal, you're eating whatever it ate or whatever they injected in him. So organic would be better, because you're not getting the hormones, you're not getting the antibiotics or whatever meds they gave that animal. You're not getting that. Organic fruits and vegetables, if you can afford them. If you can't, do that cleaning process that I already taught here. So scrub the peel if it's thick enough, with soap and a little scrub brush. Soak it in salt water, then soak it in vinegar water for 10 minutes each. And that really reduces the pesticide content if it's a product that you can't find organic, or if it's too expensive organic. There's this tip that you can apply. There are a few supplements that you can take, and this is more on an individual basis, so I won't mention them here, but there are definitely some supplements that you can take to support your liver in these detoxification pathways. And also, it's important for you to think about maybe once or twice a day or twice a year to go through a real detoxifying, very clean diet for a period, because people can't do that year long just because it would be okay for you to eat very clean all day or year long, but it's usually not sustainable, right? So maybe take 3 days in a year and do some fasting, do some detox diet. And this is also something that's very individual, so I won't be exploring here. But that's definitely something that you want to do. And avoid the plastics. So for your drinking water, like I said, stainless steel or glass, using your filter at home. And especially plastics number 3, PVC, 6, styrofoam. Styrofoam and hot coffee, that's a bad combination, because styrofoam is very porous. It leaches all that BPA into your hot coffee, and the heat makes it leach even more. And also plastic number 7. Do avoid those. Try to use more glass at home, especially if you're going to heat in the microwave. Definitely don't put plastic in there. These are easy things that you can do. And if you wake up swollen every day, I think I mentioned this before, but I don't know. That's a telltale that you're probably intoxicated. If you wake up in the morning and you're very swollen, if you have edema all the time, you have pain all over your body, headaches that can't be explained by any other reason. A lot of fatigue is very related to also intoxication. And like I said, if you're very reactive to a lot of chemical products, that's probably a telltale that you are intoxicated as well. I think I hit all the points here. And if you have any questions, just let me know.